Are you going through some pretty big changes in your life right now? You're going through a time period right now where it seems like the friends that you've had for the last 1, 2, 3, 5 years, all of a sudden they're no longer really that close to you. Maybe there's some people that are in your life that you thought were going to be here for forever, and you're just recognizing it's probably not going to be it. Maybe you've just been downsized from your job, or maybe you're just realizing that the career path that you're on is not fulfilling. Maybe you truly, truly do want to start your own business, or you've already started your own business and it's just not working out quite the way that you thought it would. This whole thing is taking a drastic turn where we're going to talk about how to ride through those changes and not lose your mind. I have always said for eternity, it feels like, two different sayings. One, the more things change, the more they stay the same. And two, the only constant in life is change. Now, both of those things can be true, but they don't have to both be true. The more things change, they do not have to stay the same. And if that has been a mantra of yours and you're going through, it seems like time after time after time, it's just a repeat. It's just a loop. You continue to have toxic relationships. It's a different face, it's a different name, but it's the same stuff. Or you change jobs repeatedly, right? And it could even be industries, totally. And it feels like you get to a specific point, no matter what company you're with, and then all of a sudden, you get downsized or something happens. It just feels like you just can't get over that hump. Or maybe you've already started an entrepreneurial endeavor in your life. It grows and it grows and it grows, and all of a sudden it's like it plateaus or it takes a huge dive. And it just, again, seems like you get to this point where there have been changes in your life, but it never seems to quite get to the point that you truly want to ever get to. You don't have to live like that. First of all, stop saying that the more things change, the more they stay the same. That's the first thing to stop preaching over and speaking over your life. Start saying the more things change, the better my life becomes. The more things change, the more I get the life that I desire. The more things change, I get the life that I deserve. The more things change, I become the person I truly wish to become. Because the second saying I remarked about, the second saying that I have lived by, the only constant in life is change. Now that's true. Life is continually in motion. See, it's a law of physics, right? That once something gets pushed into motion, right, it stays in motion until an equal but opposite force stops it. So when you go on this pathway, you're gonna change. Things are gonna change around you. You are going to evolve as long as you're willing to. And the more you evolve, the more the world around you changes. But sometimes those changes in your life, sometimes the things that happen, it hurts. It doesn't feel comfortable. It doesn't feel right anymore. Sometimes what happens is it seems like it's just too much. How do you handle that? I want you to take a deep breath, and I want you to close your eyes, and I want you to go within, and I want you to figure out, why is this so hurtful? Why is this so painful? Why is this so uncomfortable? And if you can go deep within and see what hurt, what trauma, what happened, what has continually happened in your life, what is this change reminding you of? I guarantee you're going to find that it's something in your past, that it's something perhaps in childhood, it's something that has constantly plagued you. Maybe for forever you have just felt like you were not enough. Maybe your parents and their desire to push you and to encourage you to be the best that you could be, in actuality made you feel like you were not enough. You know, that B was never good enough, that that touchdown, that goal, that whatever it was, that achievement that you hit just was never enough. But why didn't you do it this way? But why didn't you get this? But why didn't you get that? And so then we no longer feel like any of our achievements are enough. Then we begin to internalize that everything we do, it doesn't matter, it's never enough. And so then when we go through and we try to change our lives, or when things hit, or when people leave our lives, then we first go to, it's not good, we weren't good enough. Maybe you've had people, maybe you had great loss in your life. Maybe you've had people that have transitioned early on, or even at any point during your life, and you missed them, and it was sudden, and it was great, and internally you know that it wasn't you that caused it, but it doesn't mean that you don't feel alone. Or maybe people have abandoned you and walked away from you. And so then when there's other changes that happen, when people don't really meet your expectations, or the relationship isn't quite what it should be, and you're not getting out of it what you should, it feels terrible. Maybe you've trusted people so much throughout your life, and you've trusted that this job was going to be there, and you trusted that this person was going to be there, and you've trusted that life was going to be just the same way that it always has been, and it doesn't end up that way. Maybe that leaves you feeling empty inside because you're looking outside of yourself for a completeness that really is always within. How do I handle major changes? I look to see what is the life lesson in it. I honor what I have learned from whatever time period I had this person in my life, whatever time period I had this job, whatever. I honor that. I'm grateful for that. I'm thankful for that. And I take the lessons, and I take the growth, and I take the evolution, and then I say, you know what? Now, how does this now turn into what is of my good, and of my greatest good, of my highest good? How does this now turn into something that is magical and amazing? It's not happening to you, it's happening for you. Everything that's happening in your life is happening for your greater good. And understand and understand that you're creating your reality. So if every time some major shift happens, you immediately go, oh, no, don't change, go back. No, this isn't good. Oh my gosh, this is such a big disappointment. I don't know what I'm going to do. Instead of that, can you flip it on its side? Can you flip it around on the other side of it and say, you know what? This is all happening for my good. Where am I going to be at the other side of this? Where am I going to be when this is done? Where am I going to be after I go through this evolution? Who am I? Who is this making me? Is this bringing me closer to the person I've always desired to be? Is this bringing you closer to that person that is happy and successful and at peace? And if you can find that golden nugget within there, if you can find, as they say, the silver lining in the cloud, then you'll be able to handle the change with grace. Then you'll be able to come through it with power. Then you'll be able to come through it and say, this didn't happen to me, it happened for my greater good. I am evolving, I am becoming, and I have become even more so that person that I desire to be able to live the life that I desire to live. Because until you become that person, until you go through these changes and these evolutionary steps, you will not be able to live the desired life that you have envisioned, because you are not yet that person that is capable and ready to walk in it. So allow the changes to happen. See the good in everything. Allow yourself to become that powerful, amazing, successful, abundant, prosperous, peaceful, loving, kind, with great relationships and a satisfying, fulfilling life. Allow yourself to become that person that you so desire. You got to shed all of the old in order for you to walk in the new. Remember, I love you, Creator loves you, and you are fully capable. You are amazing. You are wonderfully and beautifully created. Till next time, bye.